black women during the Civil War, and we have to talk about some of the courageous black women during the Civil War period. Alana McLaughlin. And Alana has already given us some information in reference to her background, her education, and some additional information. And now she would like to give us additional information about African American and black women during the Civil War. Let's talk about that, Alana.
Well, today I would like to discuss the woman I would like to discuss is Harriet Tubman. I know you may think she just did slaves, you know, she did her work, did her slavery, got freed. No, she did more than that. And here is what that courageous woman did. Tubman returned to the South early in the war to assist liberating slaves in Port Royal, South Carolina. By 1863, serving as a scout for the Union, she would wear disguises and lead local blacks in dangerous missions behind enemy lines to gather information on rebel troop locations, movements, and strength. Other intelligence work involves black women working as domestics. The story of Mary Bowser is a fascinating tale of a woman who worked with an herbal sparring in the Confederate capital. Bowser is said to have a photographic memory. She pretended to be illiterate, can't read or write, and found a place as a house servant in the Confederate White House. She was able to gain access to lists of troop movements, reports, and military strategies. She passed the information along with the Union forces until she was discovered and fled Richmond near the end of the war. Finally, there was Mary Vestry, a free black woman who was working for a Confederate engineer in Norfolk, Virginia, who overheard plans for building the CSS Virginia. After obtaining a copy of the plans, she daringly crossed enemy lines to take this information to the Secretary of the Navy, which caused the Union to crank up construction of its own ironclad warship, the USS Monitor. After the war, the brave exploits of these women were just hidden and forgotten. They certainly don't need to be hidden and forgotten anymore.
And so, in a real sense, you think that you've helped to resurrect information in reference to some of the roles that these women played. And they were not just slaves, as is generally thought, but they were also active in terms of providing information to the Union forces about the movements of the Confederate troops and whatever. What do you think about the women like that today?
Well, there aren't many women like that anymore because, you know, those were some brave women to do all that because they will go behind enemy lines, risking their own lives to help African Americans. They risk their own lives to save others. They did what they needed to save the blacks, and that's just incredible because they risked their lives to do all that. They have the Confederate